everyone, and welcome to In the Lab. This is a new series connecting you directly with experts from across Meta, answering the questions you've been sharing on our Meta Store community forums. Today, we're spotlighting Meta AI glasses, tackling topics from size and fit to charging and power issues. Joining us to help answer your questions is our Meta AI glasses product specialist, Sean Martinez. Welcome, Sean. We're really glad to have you back on the show.
Yeah, thanks, Jen. Hi, everybody. I'm the customer support specialist, your AI glasses product specialist, and I'm happy to jump into some more questions.
Awesome. Well, let's get into the first topic, size and fit. What are the different size options we have available for our AI glasses?
Yeah, so we try to design our glasses to fit as many sizes and shapes, faces as possible. So for Meta Ray-Ban Display and for Ray-Ban Meta Wayfarer, we offer standard and large sizes. For Ray-Ban Meta Headliner, we have different nose bridge fits. For Oakley Meta Vanguard, we have different nose pads. So generally, you can find something that fits for you. If you want to see which one does fit for you, there's a couple ways to check. One, you can just go in store and try them on and see what works for you. But if you want to do it from your house, if you're planning on ordering online, for instance, there's a way to check on the Meta Store. And I can actually show you now.
Yeah, let's take a look.
So on meta.com, if you go to any of our AI glasses product pages and you scroll down a bit, you'll see a section called Frame, Size, and Fits. If you hit Size Guide, it'll have measurements for a few different points in the glasses. So hinge to hinge, lens height, lens width, bridge width, temple length. So if you don't know what those mean, you're with me. So a good way to check, though, is if you have an existing pair of glasses, on the arm, they should have numbers on them that correspond to basically what the measurements are on the glasses. And if you don't know what those numbers mean, on the bottom of this size guide, it will also list the order of the numbers and what those numbers actually mean. So if they do have the numbers, great, you can just compare, and whatever matches the best, that's probably the best pair for you. If there's no numbers on there for whatever reason, you can measure them yourself and come up with your own numbers.
That's super helpful. I've seen those numbers before on the arms of my glasses, but never really knew what they were. So, and it helps because fit really makes or breaks the daily experience wearing glasses.
For sure.
Mine tend to slip down my nose, and I always have to push them back up. So what options do customers have for finding the correct fit and aesthetic appearance before they purchase?
Yeah, so aesthetics is maybe more important for some people. So a good way, again, just go in the store, you try them out yourself, you see exactly how they look, it's easy. If you don't want to leave your house and you want to order it from home again, another good way is on meta.com, we have another tool called the virtual try-on tool, which is great.
Oh, cool.
And basically what it's going to do is just turn your camera on so you can see yourself, and it's going to overlay a pair of virtual glasses on your face, and it's going to kind of follow you around if you move around. But you can change the model, you can change the standard to large size, you can change the colors of it, you can change anything you want to make sure it fits for you. I tested this myself with my Oakley Meta Housing glasses, and I picked the same exact pair to overlay, and it matched up one-to-one perfectly.
Oh, wow.
So if you're unsure, you're not confident on which ones will look good on you, that's a great way to test.
Well, that's awesome that Meta offers like a virtual or in-store try-on.
Yeah.
I'm just used to going to the optometrist and having that fit and size happen there, but virtual is actually pretty convenient if you want to do it from home.
Yeah, definitely.
So now that we covered how to wear them comfortably, let's talk about keeping them powered on and ready to go. So last night I thought I was charging my glasses all night. I woke up this morning and it was only at 10%. And I've actually also had my battery drain pretty fast, especially when I'm filming on my glasses. Yeah. Battery drain and charging issues is a top concern in our community. Customers have voiced that this is something that they've been dealing with. And so how would you fix that issue? And also, why does it happen?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a pretty common question too. So for battery life in general, usually if you're taking photos and videos, it's a little bit more of a more intensive feature. So it's going to drain the battery a little bit quicker. Also, if you're doing this in more extreme weather, so if it's really hot, if you're in Vegas, you're in the desert, or if it's really cold and you're in the snow, it's generally going to affect the overall battery life a little bit more, and it might drain a little bit quicker. But if you're just listening to music and you're chatting with AI, it's probably going to last a lot longer than it would otherwise. But usually for some of our newer models, if you're using like a mixture of features at a moderate normal rate, it lasts typically up to 8 hours. For the charging issue, if it's not charging at all, the main thing to look out for is to check that the charging contacts on the glasses nose bridge and the charging contacts on the charging case are both clean of any debris. So any dirt, any dried sweat, you want to make sure that's cleaned off. To clean it, the best way to do it, just get a damp cloth, some mild soap, wipe down the nose bridge, wipe down the charging contacts on the case, and just make sure it's fully dried before you put the glasses back in the case or before you use them again. Otherwise, it might lead to more issues in the future.
Got it. That's a great tip. And it's also super helpful to know whenever I wear my glasses and it's hot outside and I'm filming a video with them that my battery's going to drain pretty quickly. Probably on the same lines, another issue that our community members are reporting is not seeing the correct color light when they're charging their glasses case. Why does that happen, and is there a way to fix that?
Yeah, so let's talk about what the lights should look like. So when the glasses are outside of the case, and the case is empty, and you open and close the lid, it will show the current charge status of the case itself. So if it's orange, it's partially charged. If it's green, it's fully charged. If the glasses are in the case, and the lid is open or closed, it will show the charge status of the glasses instead. So if, again, it's orange, it's partially charged. If it's green, it's fully charged. If it ever shows red, that usually means there's an error. So just make sure the contacts are clean on both the case and the glasses. If it's ever blue, that means it's in pairing mode. And you can put that in pairing mode pretty easily if you want to. Just hold the pairing button on the back of the case for a few seconds. Or you can press and hold the capture button on the glasses for a few seconds.
Yeah, that's helpful to know, because I think I didn't realize that there was actually a charging light for just your case and then just for your glasses. Cool. Well, Sean, that actually wraps up our deep dive. Thank you so much for joining. These are timely concerns for many of our AI glasses users, and your expertise really helps break down things in a more clear and practical way.
Happy to help.
Please share your feedback and comments below, and let us know what you think of today's episode. And be sure to follow our Meta Store Support social media channels. See you next time in the lab.
In the lab.